Okay, in this process video, I'm going to be showing how to practice writing with calligraphy, doing calligraphy writing. These are some of my more advanced stuff, but when you start out, it's going to look like that, just a bunch of letters and everything. And that's fine, because practice makes perfect. So what you're going to need is some sort of quill, ink. I'm going to be using metal nibbed quill because they are easier to use and you don't make them yourself, which is, it's hard to make one. I found this on the riverbank. It's a goose quill. I made that myself. You're also going to need a binder, thick one, so you get a nice big angle, and some sort of artsy paper. This is specifically for calligraphy, but it doesn't really matter what you use so long as it's, I guess, artsy. Also put some sort of spacer paper in between so you don't get bleed through on the paper. You can also draw a line with a ruler and a pencil. I can't be bothered to most of the time because it doesn't matter. It's supposed to be just practice. It doesn't need to all line up. Before you start, you are going to need some sort of font to use. You can just look up a bunch of fonts, and you can either print them out like I did with these two, or you can just line them up, put them on your computer screen, and do it that way if you're doing it in front of your computer or at your desk or whatever. You can either just write your name or just go through an entire alphabet. Both are fine. So just dip your quill right in there. If you hold it up, straight up, and there's a visible drop, you probably have too much. So just test in the corner a little bit, make sure the ink's flowing correctly, and when you're writing with a quill, make sure you are prioritizing moving left and down, because you can't just go up like that, or it doesn't really work well with how your hand works or the quill. So for example, with an O, you can't just do a circle, you have to split into two parts. So this would be part 1, and that's part 2. So the kind of thickness differences happen because of the shape of the nib, and that you can use that to put a lot of differences into how the letters are shaped, like that. So just go through your name. Don't feel forced to do a specific font all the way through. You can just also try to angle your paper a little bit if you find it difficult to get a straight line of even thickness or anything like that. So yeah, just experiment with all the different fonts you want, and just once you finish with anything, just look at it and see what went well, what went poorly, and adjust and work on it as long as you still want to work on it. I really like calligraphy because it's really kind of like its own little art form. You get to take all these little letters and just lines and put a lot of different emphasis, character and like life into it. Once you're done, Also bring paper towels. Once you're done, just soak up the leftover ink in the paper towel so that it doesn't dry on there and gum it up when you want to use it the next time. Make sure your page is dried and everything, and then that's it. So that is how you write with a quill. The more you practice, the more fun it'll be. And that is it.